can see there, Burrow, he was our hardware manager, dealt with debugging the org forwards, programming the firmware, all those sorts of things. You can see students working in lab, trying to figure out why their robot isn't behaving in the manner in which it should. Staff members doing nothing. That's a great sight. Danny, I cannot say enough kind things. It was about 8 hours before we were going to hand kits to the students, and as near as we could tell, all of the entire shipment of org boards that we'd gotten were busted. So he went, got a computer, got some wires, started looking at the raw hex code on some of the PICs, and was eventually able to figure out the problem and make everything work. Next time you see him, you say, "Danny, you're a wizard." So we have our mechanical master. This is our official robot. If anyone wants to build that, I'd love to see it. I'm not sure how it moves. So you notice actually there on that slide that the red balls have a little bit of white on them. And that's to emphasize a very important point, is that namely, even if we make this perfectly monochrome, we do have lights coming off of it. And even when we use a very, very strong matte, it's still slightly reflective. And so your red ball actually looks white, which is just, again, another complication facing all of your vision processing. We had, teams syncing up the 6001, 6004 lab. They were in there probably 32 hours straight right at the end. Just to give you an idea of how much time the team spent, we had a survey, which over 90% of the class completed, and self-report of the time they spent. For the first week, 45 hours. For the second week, 45 hours. For the third week, 50 hours. And for the fourth week, 80 hours. So it's an incredibly difficult task, once again, because no matter how smart you are, it seems, it always takes 4 times longer than it should. And there's unexpected glitches, things break, you don't know what thing is broken. You realize that the Java API doesn't support what you want. Sorry, son. I've been advised that a great way to take up time, students, this is mainly aimed at you. The Maslab staff has been hiring students for no pay for over 7 years. On the other hand, we do get to play with a lot of neat electronics. There's Tim Abbott, one of our... I just can't say enough about that picture. So staff, we deal with ordering the org boards, talking with companies, raising money for the competition, dealing with students' complaints, finding bizarre paints that don't reflect light as much as you'd think, building the trophies, deciding what the overall rules should be. It's really a great experience. If you enjoyed Maslab or didn't enjoy Maslab, please come and tell us what you think you should fix. For almost any idea, we say, great, why don't you give that a shot? We're more than happy to incorporate it. I don't know what I was doing. But for example, so Sun has just lent us some of these little, here's a shameless plug, sunspots, which are this new technology coming out of Sun Microsystems. It's essentially this very small sensor that controls many other sensors and runs real-time Java. Not yet. It is about to run real-time Java. And it's very useful for various things like sensor networks and just a variety of neat little applications. We hope to incorporate that technology into the robot sometime next year. Other things that Maslab staff does, we actually designed the board. Its creator is here taking pictures. Ed Olson, as I mentioned earlier. Feel free to stand up and get some applause. Hi, everybody. A new, faster, slimmer, sleeker, better OrgPad is in development. We are looking for people to help both write the firmware, the Java APIs, and hopefully Python APIs, as well as a variety of other things. So that's ongoing. Even if you didn't take Maslab, we'd love your help with that. Come and find a staff member afterwards. Okay, so I've been told that it's 5 minutes. It looks like I'm pontificating in that picture. And instead of giving a rolling commentary, I'll just let you guys relax for a little bit. And we'll hopefully have this robot up and going, and then the competition can be finished.